session.
Yeah, thank
So,
you, Shreya, and
please,
thank you everyone for joining in and having me here.
please start with the things like your kind of overall experience and a little bit about us, little bit about what you have fascinated about this particular agile gaming session. Like today, because Saturday is the thing, like people are in a kind of completely mode of in the lean back, have some relaxation. But this is the agile gaming. All like that is the huge audience I can see because of that. I think so because always people having what we can do, what is the next, what is
That
the
is correct, Shreya. I think
different icebreaker we can have it.
right. Right. So the purpose of this session is to kind of go over a few games. Obviously, we cannot do a lot of games in 1 hour. And I'm hoping that when you go away from this session, you take away ideas on what to do, what games to play, to install learning and improve learning in your teams. So that's the idea behind this session, right? And in fact, I would want to know all of you is in terms of what roles do you play, right? And that could probably give me some idea of what additionally I can tell you in terms of how to play these games and how to go about them.
Nishant, there is
Satish,
some, there is some, your voice is getting chopped in between.
Chopped in between. Is it probably internet connection, I think?
Guess so.
Yeah, guess so, right. Let me see if I can rejoin. That probably helps.
So, folks, question Nishant is asking is like, what is the roles we are playing right now, so that it can help him discuss around like how these role games can be helpful for us. The floor is open now.
Yes,
So, Satish,
okay.
we have Vaishali to like take care. Yeah, please,
Yeah,
Vaishali, go ahead.
yeah. So hello everyone. Right now I am playing the role of a Scrum Master plus QA manager in my organization. So and I work remotely. So it's like as Shreya said, it's always a challenge, right? In retrospectives, to keep the people engaged, to keep them in relaxed mode. So I travel once in a while, like 2 3 months to my office. My office is in Pune. So that bonding, so once when you are in office, it's like you meet people frequently, and there is some bonding, some relation developed between yourself and the team, and it becomes easier. So my experience is, yeah, that's why I wanted to learn something new. I changed my retrospective template format, everything. I keep on changing the things, but still, these games and all will be very helpful. It's an icebreaker. Like we know each other very well, but still sometimes it happens like, okay, team thinks it's like, okay, it's like something they have to attend and it becomes boring at times. We review all the metrics and all the other normal things. So something new will definitely help. Thank you. Thank you for arranging this session. Yeah.
Yes, Satish has joined back. Maybe we can go through the introductions very quickly.
Yes. So we have a group of agile coaches and scrum masters, Nishant, in
That's
the
very
forum
good to know.
today.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's very good to know.
Hmm.
So I'm basically happy that it's not going to land on people who don't understand games and all. it's the right audience that we have today. Right. So just to give a brief intro about myself, I've been in the space for I think 7 8 years now, maybe more. And as a Scrum Master, I also failed or felt that how to engage teams, especially when they were remote, right? And I was working in WFH mode sometimes, even in 2019 and 2020, before 2020, in fact, right? So there was always this pressure to kind of keep people engaged as a Scrum Master. And at that time, I did not know too much about any of these games. and gamification was just a concept for me, something that I wanted to learn. So eventually I did, COVID obviously gave us all of us an opportunity to, start exploring these things. And that's where I realized that a lot of games that we have also have their online or virtual versions, right? And you can find a lot of them on Miro, by the way. Are all of you familiar with Miro, by the way? If maybe just raise hands or speak up if you want. Just getting a sense of if all of you have used or seen Miro.
Yeah.
That's good to know. At least half of the people, more than half of that, in fact, good. Right. So Miro does have a lot of games, and if you're using Mural, that also has a lot of games. In fact, even Teams Whiteboard now, MS Teams, Microsoft Teams Whiteboard has a couple of games now. So looks like Microsoft is following the track of the leaders of this space, I think, right? So without any further ado, right, I think let's jump into what I'm going to cover about today. Yes, Satish, sorry, the other Satish, if you have a question or you raise your hand just to say that you have seen or explored Miro.
No, I just raise a hand to just
Yeah.
over that.
Sure, Satish, thank you. Right, so I will probably touch upon why we play games and what's the typical construct of an agile game before I jump into the 2 or 3 games that I planned for today. We'll try to do at least 2, if not 3, right? Depending on how much time we have. And then feel free to ask questions in the middle. And this will be interactive, so I would respect and expect all of you, if you are, participating all the time. I think if I get a count right, we have got about 15 people, barring me and Satish, 15 or 16 people.
17.
It's
17.
19.
Okay. Right, that's as good actually. So I was thinking whether we divide this group into 2 teams. Now looks like even 3 might be a good idea. 3 teams might be a good idea, but we'll see when we get there. So let me share my screen and talk about the concepts here first of all. No, let me retry. Can somebody confirm if you're able to see my slideshow?
Yes, Nishant.
Wonderful. So first thing first, why do we need agile games, and why do they matter, right? What are they? Why do they matter? So I think somebody said it before that when you are working with remote teams, right? Even when you're working with teams which are in person, a lot of times you need to make them feel engaged, make them understand the concepts of agile better, and that's where these agile games come in, right? There are a lot of games with respect to team building, with respect to retro games, and with respect to agile concept games is what I call them. For example, if I talk about Scrum specific games, right, or Kanban specific games, these I call them agile concept games. But in addition to those games, we also have icebreakers, for example, team building games like Two Truths and One Lie. Anybody heard or used that game before? Two Truths and One Lie? Or any of that sort? Any team building game anybody's played?
It's a truth and dare kind of game, then it's come to us only, then Nishant.
Right. Now it's not truth and dare. It's about everybody's in a group or team saying, 3 things about them. And one of them is actually incorrect or lie. And the others have to guess which one is a lie. So that's 2 truths and 1 lie. And there are
Yeah.
very similar lot of games that are there. For example, there's, what if I, what would it be? Those kind of games. So what would would like to become in your next, for example, next incarnation, right? Next life, those kind of things. So a lot of games are there which are there for team building. And there are retrospective games. For example, if you have done Sailboat, if you've done, any of those other retrospective games, Mad Slad, Sad Glad, or all those formats that you use. I think Vaishali was talking about the formats, I think, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, I tried that mad circle.
Right. So there are so many retrospective games as well. And there are a plethora of games. There are so many websites where you can go and find these games. I will probably share a few links at the end of this session. But before that, let's talk about why do they matter? Because they help you, pass on experiential learning to your people, to your teams, to your leadership, to your managers, whoever you're taking this session with, number one. And then you might be able to form genuine team bonds and give people space for exploration or experimentation. Right? So that's the reason or purpose of these games. Typically in agile games, game follows these 6 parts, right? So first of all, when you start a game, when you start playing a game, you need to mention why we are playing that game. What's the objective of that game? Learning objective or learning outcome that people should have. For example, if you're playing 2 truths and 1 lie, what's the benefit of playing that game? Or what do you think would happen after you've played that game? Anybody?
Getting more about the person.
Correct. Thank you. So you'll probably know a little bit more about each one of your team members than what you did yesterday, for example, right? So, for example, if you play, and I will talk about the games that I have today, each one of those games will have some learning outcome, some benefit to the team, right? Then number 2, you do talk about the rules and you set up the game on either the Miro board if you're in a remote setting, or if you're in an in-person setting also, you can play a lot of games and you can do that setup in your training room or wherever you are, right? Number 3, you define the steps that you will follow in the game. And I will talk about, for example, we'll play the ball point game. And so I'll talk about what are the steps involved in that game. Anybody who's heard of that game before or has used that game or played that game? No? Okay. Fair enough. And then once you've played the game number of times, as many number of times as you require, you'll do a debrief, right? Understanding what did that game bring to you. For example, when you play 2 truths and 1 lie, your debrief will look like, so what did we learn about each other? How much did we learn about each other, right? And were we able to guess correctly that what does that mean? Do we really know the people around us or not, right? So those are the discussion that you may have. Variation adaptations, you can always, adapt your games, change the games a little bit. And then if eventually you can take feedback on the game when you close the session, right? So that's what I'm going to do as well today. For each game, I'll talk about what are the learning outcomes, the rules, the step-by-step gameplay, and then we'll do debrief in between or at the end. And then I can talk about variations if there are any, and then take feedback from all of you. Does that sound good with all of you? Ready to participate?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. Before I jump into the games, I wanted to quickly show you a few games that I've listed here and the purpose that they are there for, right? For example, if you want to talk about why command and control is not as good as self-organized, there is a game called alphabetization. And then if you're playing that in person, there's a game called 60 Paces. I played this game in both settings, in person and virtual. And trust me, it brings up a lot of insights from people, right? Then if you want to check on how well people understand agile principles and values, right? So there's a game called Agile Myth or Fact that I typically play, and I'll play that today as well. Then team icebreakers, if you want to typically do, there are so many team icebreakers, but bubble point game, for example, or marshmallow tower games are all about collaboration and breaking the ice in the team, between the team members, right? When you talk about iterative development and feedback loops, there's ballpoint game, Scrum puzzle game, paper airplanes. And this is a lot of fun, by the way. You make paper airplanes for real and make them fly in the training room. And it's a lot of fun activity, by the way. Then coin flip game or coin game is about, big batch delivery or small increments, right? Versus small increments. Macro thinking or systems thinking, there is a chair game. And then you have Lego flow game, chocolate bar games. You actually make real chocolates, by the way, in this chocolate bar game. Then you have, if you want to understand Scrum ceremonies better, right? Now check whether the people have understood. So you can play a simple game on Miro, which is also part of the Scrum puzzle iteration game. This is actually also a part of that puzzle game, where you just talk about which event, which role goes to. For example, does the PO go to the daily stand up or not? Or for example, does the peer go to the retrospective or not? So those kind of things you can also do to see how well people have understood the Scrum concepts. Yeah. So we'll talk about these three games today. Alphabetation, as I said, is about command and controls versus self-organized. Myth or fact, checks how much people understand, and ballpoint is about how to actually build things iteratively. There are both in-person and virtual versions of ballpoint game, right? So with that, I think I can move on to the Mira board now. Or if you guys have any questions, I can maybe give a pause here and see if you guys have any questions.
Nishan, sometimes the participants do not participate. So what to do, Nishan?
That's a great question. What would you try, Arun, first of all, if you see this happening? What could you try before I answer that question?
One thing is we can. I have tried like telling that okay, please guys, this will help us in the long run. If we do this, it's very good. Everybody all over the world do this like that. Something. I try to motivate them, but. Other than this one, whenever normally I try to meet also, right? I tell them like, why man during this discussions and all you are not cooperating. Put some words, no, so that we all understand what you're thinking. Like that, I'll try to talk. But
Yeah. I think you're probably hinting towards retrospectives, if I'm not wrong, Arun, as well. Not just games, but
yeah,
also a typical
not
challenge.
just a retrospective, but everywhere, wherever discussions are happening, right? All those places, yeah.
Right. So I think fundamentally it goes back to creating a safe space and making sure that people know each other, right? And you are giving them enough opportunity to speak up and all that before you kind of start playing games with them. Or sometimes what you do is you play a bit of icebreakers to kind of make sure that people know each other a little bit. So those things I've tried, Arun, and typically they work out well. Letting people know each other, mingle with each other, having lunch together if they're in person in the same office, or at least coming to office at least one day, which is common for all of them. So those kind of things you can do, Arun, to make sure that they gel first, right? That's the first thing you need to. As far as engaging in the games is concerned, if your games are fun, and if you are making sure that um, people are there physically in the room or on the session, it becomes easier for you to kind of facilitate. I don't know whether I answered your question completely.
One follow-up question,
Yes.
Nishan. Like when we are in the same place, right? That's somewhat easier, right? But when we are even at different locations, people come only in Zoom calls, right? Then that is where I'm confused how to handle it, Nishan.
Right. So I think in the Zoom calls, you can ask everybody to be on camera, first of all. In fact, I'm going to ask all of you to be on camera if that is possible for all of you, right? Because we are playing a game, right? And so it's good to see each other and see, how you are approaching this game or how you're attending this session as a whole as well, right? So that is one thing, asking people to turn on their cameras and not multitask. That is number one, I think you could try. Second is, make sure that people are being heard. For example, the way that I'm asking you to ask questions, ask people to ask questions or, put their ideas and thoughts in front, right? So those things we can try, Arun, and there's no guarantee of 100% success, obviously, because you will always find that you will probably not reach 100% in terms of people being on camera or people engaging. But if you reach 70-80%, I think that's what I feel is still good enough, unless you kind of disagree or somebody feels there's a different.
Thank you, Nishan. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions before we jump in? Okay. So let me go over to the Mira board right now. Let me know when you guys can see the Mira board.
Yes, we can.
Okay, wonderful. So I will share the link to this board. Okay. Let me do that. Okay. I can paste it in the chat, right?
Yes, Nishan.
That's a long link. Okay. Now you guys have to let me know whether you're able to access it or not.
Nishant, it is asking to log in. Can you make it as guest enable?
Let me see if I can do that.
Yeah, in case someone connected from mobile or anything, right?
Right. Okay. Let me see if I can do
It
that.
is asking to set the password, everything.
That's a problem with these things, right? It's not allowing me to do that without
Nishan, will you try with a manage access? So might be you will get
Uh,
the access like
yeah, let me try that right now. You have joined, right?
oh,
I think some of
I
you have
could.
joined already. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's no problem in setting up your login ID on Miro because that's the tool I want all of you to use any which way. That's the easiest tool to use right now and most popular. So it's mostly available in organizations, at least
Could you
not in
share the
organizations.
link again in chat?
Sure, I will share that. 1 second. Yeah. Are you able to access now? All of you are able to access now after obviously giving it your email ID.
Yes.
Anybody who's facing any problems? Good. I think we are good. Right. So I'm sharing my screen. I will. Do we have breakout rooms, Satish?
Yes, we have.
We do, right? I don't have host access. Do I?
Co-host, yes. Let me know how many breakout rooms. I can help you with that.
Do we have, how many people do we have? I think 16 or 18, right? 16 to 18
No,
people?
no, 26 right now.
26 right now. Okay. So we'll probably need 3 rooms in that case.
3 rooms, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Priya?
Yeah, shall I create, Satish?
Yeah, I'm creating them.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Satish.
Okay. Yes. How much time?
You can, yeah, give it maybe 4 minutes for the first game, and then we can come back to the main room. Or
Okay.
we can keep the rooms, there.
We can again open the rooms.
Yeah, we can again open, right? That's what I was thinking. We can keep the rooms and open them again.
Okay. So, folks, any questions before we open the rooms? We're good?
Okay. So before we
Okay.
open the rooms, I'll just explain the game, obviously, right? The game that we're going to play first. Let me know if my screen is visible and all of you are able to access the same place. So I'll zoom it out to 2% or 1%, right? So if you start from the top left of this screen, this canvas, this is a big canvas, right? And you will probably come somewhere here and then zoom in a little bit, maybe to 5% or something. In fact, more. So you'll see these alphabetization, team 1, team 2, team 3. So I've already thought of 3 teams
Sorry,
being there.
sorry for
Mhm.
interfering. What should
Sure.
be the password there?
You can put any password that you want to use in the future. You're creating an account,
Oh,
right? For yourself?
yeah, I mean, that is what we'll have to do, right? At the moment?
Correct. You can
To
sign up
access.
on Miro and then
Sign
give a
up with
password that you
your
want to use.
Google
Oh,
Gmail account as well.
Yeah,
sure, let me try. Oh, I'm in.
wonderful. Okay. Anybody who's not in as yet? All of you are on the board now?
Yeah, maybe can you bring everyone to you so that it helps? Because I could see people are roaming here and
Moving
there.
around. Right.
Easy hack is people just go and point to Nishant's name in the top bar. It will
Correct.
take you where Nishant's cursor is.
That's a good hack. Thank you. Yeah,
Yep.
even I didn't know this.
Yeah,
Good.
that's
See,
why, we works more than me works.
I love that. Wonderful. So all of you can see the alphabetization team 1 frame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Manoj, Happy Monk, you can probably move a little left to on your screen, where you'll see Suganti and my cursor and Vaishali's cursor. and Saurav. Good. All of you are there. Wonderful. So depending on which team you go to, you will use that frame. So there are 3 frames for alphabetization game. So team 1, team 2, and team 3. So this is team 2, for example. This is team 1, and this is team 3, right? And I'll explain the game now. So I will zoom a little bit in. So it is at least readable completely, right? So maybe about 25 to 30%, 33%, 50% is good, I think. Right. So in each group, in each team, what we want to do is decide one manager or one lead, right? Leader in that group, who will ask all of you where you live or where you come from, right? And before that, he will have to give these stickies to you. So for example, let's say Vaishali, you're the leader in your group. And let's say you've got Saurav in your group as well. So you will rename the stickies, right? So for example, you can ask Saurav which sticky he wants to use and maybe rename that sticky to Saurav, right? So that's what you need to do something before very quickly. That might take a minute or so. Don't be hung up on the icon or the animal that is there. Just quickly put your name and move on, right? Because the game is not about the icon. The game is about where you live, correct? That's one tip I'm giving there. Secondly, then the leader will ask all of you to, where you live, and then he will move the sticky for you to that location or close to that location. For example, if you are close to Delhi, he might, maybe the leader might move you, for example, here, right? If you're closer to Pune, might here to Hyderabad, closer to Hyderabad, somewhere here. Between Hyderabad and Bangalore, you can put here. Between Bangalore and Chennai, maybe somewhere here, or even further Chennai, then you can put it at the bottom, right? Or if you're in Kashmir, you can put it at the top of the frame. Make sense? Yeah? That's round 1. And round 2, we will all do it ourselves. So no, there will be no leader and we will do it ourselves. Clear, right? Is the game clear to all of you?
Nobody from Kashmir, I think.
That's okay.
How will
All of you,
we are part of which team? Team 1, team 2, team 3?
we will decide this. So your Zoom room will tell you which room you are part of, which team you're part of, right?
Okay.
And
Clear, right?
Nishant,
Yeah.
any time limit for round 1 and round 2?
Yes. For round 1, we will give you 4 minutes, and for round 2, we will give you 3 minutes.
Okay.
Clear, right? Okay. So you'll have to move your fingers fast. That's another fun part of these games. You have to move your fingers really fast. Good to go? Yeah. I'll stop sharing for now.
Rooms.
Yeah.
I'm opening the rooms, guys. Connect quickly so that you'll connect and you will start working on it. Okay. Let's get started.
I can share your screen. That's okay. Yeah, I see all of them there. Wonderful. And if you can zoom it a little to 75% maybe.
No, I think this is the other team board.
Okay.
This is team 1.
Team 1, right? Okay. I use the round board. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. At least you got all the people on the board, right? Near their cities, correct?
Yes, that I did, yes.
Good. So it took you about 4 minutes to do this, right? Now next, yeah. Yeah, somebody has a question?
We took just less than that, not exactly.
3.5 minutes roughly, or 3 to 4 minutes, between 3 to 4 minutes, right? Okay, can somebody share the link to the Mira board with I think somebody's asked for the link again.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Satish. Now, can one of you help me clean up, because we need to move this back, these stickies back, or I can do the cleanup, don't worry, give me a second.
Yeah, Satish. Yeah, Nishan, I'll help you out. So for the first one, you
can do that. Yeah, for the first one, you can do that. For the 2 and 3, I will do that. 2 anyways clean. 3, I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's another thing you have to do as a facilitator.
That's good part of collaboration.
Yes. And that's where another instance where you'll see that people are collaborating with each other to help them out, right? Are they doing that or not? super. I
Yes.
think we are good.
I mean,
Are we?
Nishant, I missed the purpose of this game actually. Just to collaborate, know the person from where they are.
Yes, that's one purpose. I'll tell you about the second purpose after we finish the second round. Is that okay, right?
Yeah, sure, Nishant.
Yeah. I will remove the sticky as well. Yeah. Not going away. This is a sticky. Team 2 has a sticky which doesn't go away. That's all right. Okay. So I think we're good. Now we'll break out again.
One question.
Yes.
Sorry.
Please. Yeah.
If we log into Miro, we'll get this pointer, or do we need to do any configuration for this?
No. If you're logged into Miro, you should be able to see your name, whatever you put when you logged into Miro. And you should be able to see your cursor.
Okay, fine.
Right?
Nishant,
Okay, so
I cannot see you, Nishant. Are you there?
On the board, yes. You should be able
Not
to see
on the board, on the video.
I told you my camera has a problem.
Okay.
Surprisingly and unfortunately, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nishant. No worries. Yeah, go ahead.
That's okay. Maybe in the next.
The hidden voice today.
See, you have to deal with hidden voices like that all the time, isn't it?
I'm not able to locate our names on this board. So, Sharika, where is that board?
That's okay.
Tool, and for the icons, we have to update with our names first, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
so I'll share my screen, guys. Before you do this again, let me share my screen quickly. Make sure you use you're at the right location, first of all. So these 3 frames you will see there, correct? This is team 1, team 2, team 3. So when you start the game again, please make sure you're at the team 1 or team 2 or team 3 according to your Zoom room number. Correct? Yeah?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So I think, Satish, we can break out again. Shreya, if we can put people into the rooms again.
So we have some new folks joined in the middle. So,
okay.
I mean, I assigned them, but again, I will open the room. So folks, if in case you're unable to join, you can join the room by yourself, okay?
Any of the rooms by yourself, yeah.
Yes. Okay, let's get started.
Names.
Is it? Okay. That shouldn't happen really. Were you not able to move the stickies at all, or was it?
We were not able to edit the name.
Edit the name. Okay.
Yeah, the names were of other team on our team 2 board. So we wanted to put
Should we try that again? Let's try that again, actually, because you should be able to move the stickies.
Just us then. Team 2 had the same issue?
Same issues, yeah. Once again, we can try that again.
How can we? But it is not.
I will share my screen, guys, and see if you are able to see me changing the names or not.
Okay.
This will be a quick check. All of you can see my screen?
Yes. Yeah, correct.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I'm on team 1, I think.
Team 2.
Yeah, team 1 actually. I'm on team 1 right now. See, the frame name says team 1. Correct? So, no, I will zoom in a little bit again. Yeah, we should be okay. So I will change this one. No.
How can we edit this, Nishant?
You should select
be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like there is a lock.
Nishant,
there.
I think it is locked for us.
It is locked. For us also, it is locked.
Yeah. Second.
And even we can't drag the icons out of that box.
Correct. Looks like
It's
there
a
is some
global
locking
issue, so we'll allow the admin to do this activity. Simple answer.
roll back.
That's fair. Actually.
See, Nishant wanted to give you the feel of what might happen in the
What
backend.
might go wrong.
Close to feel.
Simple, right? If the Citrix user is down now, what we use, right? We'll tell that everyone is doing Citrix down.
Right.
And one guy have to say that it's a global issue, then everyone will keep silent. Or even in our daily life, if my power is cut off of my home, I will go and immediately check to my neighbor. Do you have a power cut? Then I will be happy.
Yeah. You
That
are
is
not
such a
suffering alone.
millennial thing to do, going to the neighbor and asking.
Yeah. Even we live with our inverter, but we use to check.
Yeah, it's not allowing me to change also. Something is wrong with this board. But let me do
Or
one
we
thing.
can take a sticky and do it by ourselves.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Let me see if that is happening or not. So I'll place a green one this time. No,
No?
no, I think it is completely locked, which
Yeah.
means I need to unlock it. Should be able to lock and then lock again. No, that can go wrong. Still asking me to lock, which means there's some problem. Okay, so I do have a backup. That's another learning from this session, that always have a backup. Right. So let's move to the backup. Unless the backup has also disappeared.
So folks,
Okay.
anytime when you're creating games like this, right, have a default template with you and create a copy of it so that anytime such things happen, you can replace it, or you can. And for the training side, we may have to do the same thing for multiple batches.
Multiple
So
batches.
rather than creating it every time, create a default template, keep it with you, and then reuse it as many times as required.
As required, yeah. I think that's okay. I don't find the backup also right now. Maybe, did somebody delete it? You wouldn't even know actually.
Version should tell us, but all that will take
Nishant,
time.
Nishant, see the important thing, right? I believe that was a icebreaker, okay? So the ice has definitely broken, man. So, so we can move to the next one.
Yeah,
Next
actually,
That's
I
okay.
also
Yeah, we can move to the next
agree.
one. But one more
Yes.
thing that I wanted you to learn from this, if this has worked, right? This had worked, was that you will have taken less time compared to the previous round, because you were doing it yourself, right? Rather than relying on your leader or your manager in real life, you would basically wait for him or her to move your sticky to the right place and rename your sticky, correct? But when you do it yourself, I wanted to show that to you that it might take less time. It definitely would take less time. So for example, if you took 3 minutes last time, and if you're okay with Miro, you're comfortable using Miro, then you should not take more than 2 minutes in the round 2. That's my own experience that I'm sharing with you guys. So I'll share this board with you. You can obviously give it this a try. You can copy this to your own board in Miro. By default, Miro allows you to have 3 boards when you have a free account. If you have a paid account, you can have as many number of boards that you want to have. Right. So that's the learning from this one. I don't think we have time for the ballpoint game, but I'll quickly talk about the agile myths in that case. Is that okay, guys?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Works.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the simplest game actually ever. You create a set of stickies, okay, like this, and you just move them around, right? For example, if you say Agile refers to a methodology, a set of steps, yes or no, and then you move that to the, this. I think the whole board is locked. All right. Yeah. I'll have to create a new board, looks like. So let me see. Yeah, I'll use the other board that I have.
Nishant, there is a lock symbol. Can you unlock that? Is it
No,
possible
that's
to
okay.
unlock?
I have moved. Yeah. Sorry, say that again. There was a lock
The
symbol.
lock symbol, yeah. Unlock that. Click on that. Then try now.
No.
It's not.
It's looks like the whole page has got locked or something. Yeah. That's fine. This is the simplest game. What you do is you go through these techies one by one, right? And then ask people to move this around. So you can do this immediately after a Agile Scrum training or Kanban training.
This is something like, say, what to understand from the team perspective, say yes or no kind of thing.
Correct. Right, correct. Exactly the same thing that you just mentioned. I'll just quickly also show you the puzzle game also. Okay. The puzzle game is also very similar. Okay. So you can basically do iterations, and basically you're building something. Okay. And in iteration 1, you will come up with the part of the puzzle, right? And then you convene together. And in the second round, you basically try and fill more of the puzzle in the next 3 minutes or so that you decide for the iterations. And in the third round, you fill more of the puzzle again, right? So this basically game gives you an idea of how good or how well your team's collaboration is. That's number one. And as a group, are you able to make decisions or not? Nobody care. Hari, if you can go on mute. Yeah, sorry. Got it right?
Just one question, Nishant, before
Yes.
anyone asks.
Mm-hmm.
Is our cursor will help us to arrange the board cards, puzzle cards, or?
Correct. So you can, for example, you can say you'll move it to, let's say, the bottom of the puzzle, right? Currently it's locked, I'm not able to. But you get the idea. You basically, have a time box, let's say 2 minutes or 3 minutes maximum, and then move pieces around as a team, together as a team. So it basically brings out the collaboration angle, it brings out the decision-making angle, whether a particular piece needs to go left or right or bottom or right, correct? And then it brings you whether you're able to speedily work in that 3-minute iteration or not. And then in the next iteration, you do a retrospective, seeing how well you do it as a team, correct? And
How
you're
can we
trying
create
to
this kind of slides on the game?
These are available. These are templates. So you can
Okay.
basically go to the Miroverse. For example, I'll click here, right? I can
So are
click
you
here.
saying these puzzles were available in the Mira? Sorry, Miro.
Correct. So I'll search for puzzle, for example, right?
Not Mira. Miro.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, if you go to this puzzle templates, right, you will see a lot of puzzles there. Okay. And I think this is one of them. See this one here.
Okay.
You can immediately say use template. That's it. Then done. Right. Similarly, if you come back here, you can also do a search for retrospective. For example, if you want to do a retrospective, it'll give you all the retrospective templates.
Yeah.
Christmas retrospective, right? This is, I think, Sailboat. Then you have all kind of retrospective, Dune retrospective, right? All the familiar ones that you have, Sailboat again. Then this is an emoji one, simple one, Summer retrospective. So all kind of retrospective.
Paid version?
This is a free version. So you can use, you can have 3 boards. I'll show you this. Boards in Nishant's ID. See, you will see there are 3 boards at the bottom. Right now there are 4 actually. That's why it has become locked. So I think somebody created a copy. Let me delete it actually. Yeah, I'm not able to delete it. But you get the idea. The moment you get the 4th board in a free version, your boards will get locked. That's exactly what has happened now. That's okay. We understood the problem also. And you can create 3 boards in the free. And then if you go for a paid version, which is actually a bit expensive, you can get a lot of other boards too for you to work with. But since the canvas are very big, right? You don't really need to create so many boards. You can have multiple games on the same canvas. See?
Okay, but maximum we can create only 3 boards, right?
3 boards, yeah. I've got 3 boards already, and I use them for different set of games. So,
okay.
Yeah. Any other questions before we kind of
what has been of all the games, right? If you have to pick, even for a beginner, or every time you played that had very good receipt, what would that be?
It depends on the context, actually. For example, if you're doing a Scrum training or an Agile training, right? I will typically do Agile myths or fact, or I would do the ceremony and role mapping, that kind of one. And then Scrum simulation is a very popular game. That's used in a lot of places. Ballpoint game is my favorite, one of my favorites. Actually, I couldn't play today because we did not have half an hour that we need for that game, right? You need half an hour at least for ballpoint game, and you can do that in person also. For example, you can use 2 tennis balls, give it to 2 teams, and ask them to stand in circle, right? And each team should be 4 or 5 members only. 1% represents design, 1% represents development, 1% represents testing, then UAT, and then deployment, essentially, right? So 4 or 5 people in each team stand in a circle, move the tennis ball around, and every one rotation is counted as one sprint done or one release done, right? One story done or one feature done, actually. Sorry, yeah. So that way you can also play that game. I can share that link for the ballpoint game in person.
So what will be the debrief for that?
Debrief is you learn from the mistakes. For example, a lot of people, what they do is they forget the testing, for example, or they throw the ball to the next stage, or they drop the ball, which means the feature is, back to 0. You have to start again, right?
Lovely.
Right.
Just one more from my end. Do you have anything to explain the concept of task switching? Like how
Yes,
expensive
yes,
it
a very
gets.
simple game, a very simple game.
Coin toss.
Ask, yeah, you ask anybody to, voice over. For example, in a call like this, let's say I ask you to voice over number 1 to 30, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
you voice over the alphabets from A to Z. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How much time do you think it will take? 1 to 30 and A to Z.
Maybe 2-3 minutes for sure.
Right. Now I will ask you to say 1, then A, then 2 B, 3 C, and all like that. You go until you reach the 30th number, right?
Uh-huh.
What does it tell you? That you're basically multitasking, switching between two kind of tasks every time. And this is only 2 types of tasks, by the way, right? Your
Right.
time will actually go at least to become twice or thrice or even 5 times I've seen in some teams. Simple
Wow.
game. You don't need any stickies, or you don't need to be in person or in call or whatever. You can just do it, like a voiceover in a call like this.
Thank you. That's very insightful. And
Yeah.
anything you want to just get in some excitement in this Scrum call. You don't have whole lot of time. Like this one was very
Rekha,
simple.
Yeah.
Rekha, see, one big thing you have to remember is, right, whatever happened right now, right, we had a session, right, to that Miro board, something, do something. We did something, okay, but we formed a relationship. Somehow it
Right.
happened, right? So there is no magic trick, actually, right? So
No, for
you
sure, for sure.
throw the coins. You throw the coins. Some end up heads, some end up tail. You just keep watching. You keep watching. You keeps looking at the reaction, and then, right, you see, okay, maybe if I move this slightly this way, maybe
Yeah,
this end up, right? So there's no magic trick, actually. So there is
for
no
sure, for sure.
one super game which will engage everybody, right? It is like you try it. You be open. You as somebody who is performing this art, right? You be open.
Right.
You show the art, right? You throw them. You do
Correct.
the game.
No, the idea was, one is you of course you try, and then when you're with as many wonderful people around, right? There may be few things that are just working and you want to
No,
leverage.
that is the difference between agile and traditional project management. Traditional project management says that, okay, there is this one specific rule. You follow this, you will end up with success. Agile says that no, there is no fixed rule.
Yeah.
You throw your coins. You always keep your ears to the floor. You see what is happening. Based on that, you react. You do something, get something back.
Correct.
Yeah,
Or what you
that's
said
what.
makes sense, but it's like you got to be open and checking out with your folks
Correct.
because,
So beautifully put, Arun. I'll share what I did learn, Rekha, that whenever I play the ballpoint game, for example, the ball game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teams will behave differently. For example, if I
Mm.
did a session today versus I did a session 1 week ago, the teams will behave very differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they will
Agree.
try very, innovative methods of, passing the ball. For example, they'll keep the hands very close. Sometimes they'll keep the hands vertically stacked, right? I've seen that also, right? And then
Correct.
you have to
Correct.
remind them the rules that, you can't do this because the ball has to pass. The ball also cannot be thrown. It cannot be thrown. It has to be passed, right? It cannot be in the air. All of that you need to remind them again and again, and
Correct.
then they learn the rules. But what is more important as a learning for us as an observer, Rekha, is that you'll see that different teams find different ways to get the same outcome,
Absolutely.
right?
And some of these templates work so beautifully if orchestrated well. Uh, I mean, one of the best thing to till date I remember is we did one retrospection, and there were it ended up actually not so pleasant. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
then they were heated. Things were heated up. Emotions came up. The comment that came from that person was, "I never thought I'll tell all of this in this meeting."
Right. Yeah. So as I said before, right, in retrospective, we need to first make it a safe space. Your
Yeah.
team needs to feel, every member, each and every member needs to feel they are in a safe space where they can vent out if they really want to, or at least share what they have in mind, right? That's
Correct.
number one. And then you need to have it regularly done. You can't say this sprint I will do a retrospective, maybe, and next time I will not do it. And all of that you cannot do. You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent in helping your team members become more open and more collaborative, right? Because without openness and collaboration, Scrum doesn't work. I mean, no method works actually if you don't have these basic things in place. That's the learning. So experiment is what Arun also meant.
There is another secret. Okay, the secret about magician. Okay, the magic is never in the magic actually. Okay, the magic is always in the
So true.
magician, right? So the magic, everybody knows the magic, right? Everybody knows, but the magician does that. So it's always with you, whoever you are, right? It's always with you how you are able to understand and how we're able to collaborate and do that. So
Yeah. I think that brings us to the close. I think, are there any other questions or thoughts anybody has, or are you all, okay, let me ask a couple of questions. Are you all comfortable with Miro now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Vocal response would be better, right? Rather than thumbs up, you can do a
Yeah,
vocal
I
response
tried
as
for
well.
the first time. Yes,
Yeah.
we'll explore
See,
more.
and it's like this only for your team members also, it will happen like this only. They will find it difficult in the beginning, right? They might, mess up the board also. They might lock the board also, as happened in my case. So all this will happen. So be prepared, keep a backup, right? And that's the best learning I think you got today, that, it can go wrong.
Nishant, is there a limit how many members they can join at a time? 10 members to.
I don't think so. At least 25 for sure is okay, as far as I remember. Yeah.
And what is the average time of the game, Nishant?
So, see, this game is typically round 1 is 4 minutes or 5 minutes maximum, and round 2 is also, you can keep it 5 minutes, and then you can take 2 minutes to explain the game. So 12 minutes for the alphabetization game. Ballpoint games, depending on how many sprints you want to do, iteration you want to do. If you do 3 iterations, that.
Okay. I think we lost.
Yeah.
For this, sorry, for this limitation, right, for Miro
Play it in
board,
person or in Miro, in virtually, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, Nishant, we lost you for
Yeah, I
few
thought
seconds.
so. I'll repeat that. So with ballpoint game, which we did today, unfortunately, it needs between 30 to 45 minutes usually to play up to 5 rounds, right? And I recommend 5 rounds irrespective of the time it takes, because every retrospective that you do between the rounds is going to give you very interesting insights, right? So if you have 45 minutes, block that time and play that game. Single game will give you a lot of insights, and it's definitely one of the best icebreakers that I have seen. It brings people together, completely together, right? Whether you do it in person or you do
Nishant, like you are telling that there is one magic process, magic game which will bring everybody together, but I cannot show you right now, man. Come on.
Don't trust me. Don't trust me. Try it out. That's a good point, Arun. So don't trust me. Try it out. Yeah. I'm just saying to motivate you, but yes, don't trust me and try it out.
Yes, Suganti, you have a question?
for the limitation that we have in Miro, that to log in and everything, right? I copied the template from Miro and put it in the Teams whiteboard.
You can do that.
Yeah, and then gave the access, copied the email of everyone, and they were able to do that. So just if in case your team is small and can do that.
Correct. And I can tell you one more thing. You can copy from Miro to Mural to Teams and even FigJam, if you've heard of FigJam. The company that owns Figma, they also bundle up FigJam as a board canvas like that, like this too, along with Figma. So if your company has Figma license, they will definitely have FigJam by default. Just check that out. And FigJam is better than Miro, by the way, in my personal view. But again, you can try it out and don't trust me.
Clients are not paying, Nishant, so we have to utilize whatever is available.
Yeah.
Whiteboard is the only option that I have.
That's okay. And don't be limited by that's another thing I should tell you, that don't feel limited by the tool that you have. Make the best out of that tool that you have, right? So bring your team together and, have games that you think will achieve the purpose. If your purpose is collaboration, right? You can do an icebreaker, you can do ballpoint, you can do, this. Or if your purpose is to make them understand why self-organization is important, do alphabetization. right? So all of that, your game should be purpose-led. It should not be that I want to play that game to it just because I like it. No, don't do that. Decide what you want to achieve and then choose the game, then play it.
It's all about the exploration then.
Yes.
How much you can explore, yeah.
Yeah, and Miro gives you all these templates and the games by default. So explore them on your own in your free time, right? Decide what is your current problem in your current team. And I always do that. I ask the Scrum Masters, what is the problem that you are facing or seeing in your current team? Accordingly, I will choose a game or choose a icebreaker, for example, right? 2 truths and 1 lies, maybe old fashioned. So maybe we'll do something else, right? Make them stand in. For example, once I make them stand in a circle and ask them to recite numbers, right? Recite alphabets, basically, right? And without looking at each other. So they did not know who was going to be next. They had to sense who was next. So with eyes closed, imagine how difficult it would be to actually find out whether your turn has come or not. And you can only do it when you're actually a well-gelled team. It's not easy. Very, very difficult, actually. Right, so there are so many games. There's a whole plethora of links I can share, maybe. I will share a few links, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, but other than that, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them as well.
Nishant, like before you share the link, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was great fun, man, working with you. You are like we don't even see your face, but you are like somebody who has worked with us for months together. Very interactive, man. It was great, man.
Like a good magician himself, like PC Sarkar.
So it would be great if you can come, turn on your camera and say thanks to Nishant.
My face is okay, so I can tell, but other faces I don't know. But Nishant, seriously, man. So it's a very short time, in a short duration. You made us actually gel with you, Nishant. So that was a very great. That's the trick we are all trying to understand, Nishant. How
I
to
wish
get
it was
comfort.
if it was a transferable skill or transferable quality.
I understand.
But yes, I think if you do these things, right, if you play these games or interact with people on the floor or in your calls, right, leave his hesitations behind, you'll probably become maybe a better musician than I am.
Magic, man, you are magic.
And by the way, I should mention Satish is my guru. Satish was my
Satish
trainer.
is everybody's guru, man. Forget him,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
Like wherever any interview I go, man, no man, I talk something. They are like, do you know Satish? Right.
Satish is the backbone of everything right now. And that's the really true thing. Means he's always there to motivate you. That I have find very personally.
Yeah.
Okay, so for folks whoever is feeling that they haven't saw Nishant today, here you go.
Full black, man. Okay, Nishant. Must be your old face, Nishant. Now
Magician is here.
White hair, Nishant.
Thanks for your time today. You made the magic. You did the wonders. And
thank you, Satish.
Thanks for bringing up this engaging. Are we all agree that? Is it engaging?
Yes.
So
thumbs up.
The first word itself, we made that virtual agile games is fine, but engaging, is it engaging or not? That's what
definitely
he made 100% justice to the topic, making all of us engage, interact, and
he locked the Miro boards, but okay.
Thank you for adding that.
That was also learning, right?
Yes.
That's the biggest learning you can take away, actually. Technology can, ditch you anytime.
Yes.
Someone in the team
Everything
given
is
a
lessons
tip.
learned, actually. So
Yeah,
thanks.
someone in the team have given a good tip. We can copy this to our team's board.
Yes.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yes. That's Suganti.
Suganti. Thanks. Yeah. Actually.
Hey.
This is the power of collaboration.
You will upload in your YouTube after some time.
Today evening, sometime.
Yeah. You can let us know. Based on that, we missed some portion of it. We can try to rewind and again see.
Yes. And we are sharing Nishant's LinkedIn in case you are not connected. First thing, connect with the magician and practice the magic, not learn. Practice. Practice is what makes the magicians perfect.
Right, I think, yeah.
Arun is going to try the next time. No, Arun?
Yes,
We are
madam.
having a
Manager, madam.
like we are in the same cop and we know each other. So
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
Good,
Very
good.
nice.
So,
So
folks, next, any of you are interested? Yes, let us
yeah,
know. You can have any topic. So the topic is up to you. You pick up the topic. You know, now
so
you know the thing. You need to engage the participants. That's the ground rule. That's it. You can do any topic. Need not be agile itself. We even do the leadership session. We even do the technical session, open session. The floor is open. Right? Make
so
sure
I
you
have
use
one
of this
more
opportunity.
recommendation, Satish,
Yes, sorry.
for
Yes.
the team, for the benefit of team as part of SSAG community. So
Mhm.
if you want to organize your own game, like with some English vocabulary or some fun you want to organize with your own game and you want to set that game, there is one website, Jeopardy.
Mhm.
So you can use
Can
that.
you show a session, Sai Kumar, about that one? One session, half an hour session or something, na?
Yeah. Is it fine, Satish? Can I share a screen for 1 minute?
No,
Yes.
not now. No,
Not
no.
now. Not
what
now.
a
Okay, okay.
session.
No, separate session.
Session
Separate,
itself.
We
Oh,
were
okay.
separate
we will
session. Half an hour session.
Oh, okay.
You show us all these things. Sadesh will set up the animate and all. Na, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
separately.
Yes. Okay.
Everything is important, Sai. For
Yes.
you, it's a small thing, okay. But for all of us, we are in this, held up in separate things, right?
Yep.
Every information that anybody shares is very important. So, half an hour, 1 hour, you set up a
Yeah.
session with Satish, man. We will attend it, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
And one small tip before we all wrap up. I mean, because we are all working in the agile space, right? So I will share the link, but I just want to share the screen. Go and play around these liberating structures. Right. So there are 33 different liberating structures. We will do a separate session, as Arun mentioned, but I'm just giving you the pointers. You can start making use of these liberating structures. Especially, I prefer that in retrospective. Right. So celebrity interview. I use that celebrity interview like anything. For example, let's celebrity interview. Generally, this liberating structure, what they talk about is like one single celebrity doing the interview, asking question and answers. But what I generally prefer is like doing a group discussion. The way how Rajamouli takes his whole team and do the promotion about the movie. Right. The same way we can use the celebrity interview for discussing about our completed sprint or the release. Right. Just to give a small demo. Hey Arun, how do you feel like now that we are done with the engaging virtual agile game session? How do you feel? What's your feeling after completion of this activity?
Okay, I understand your point. So it's more like we have to expect, um, say how we feel about all these things, right? Yeah, I
Exactly.
get your point.
It's not like what went well, sad, mad, glad, or anything. Instead, we can ask the question. So now, based upon the answer you give, I will start asking. Okay, Shreya, now that you heard from Arun, what do you think about it? Or Sai, we discussed all these pointers. What we can do something different. So we are indirectly making the team open up or making the team start rather than saying that when we say what went well, everything is good, excellent, but we don't get the actual pointers or actual inputs, right? So like that, there are different techniques, 1, 2 for all or open space, different techniques. Start making use of them.
So yeah, it's like making them in a spotlight and
Yes.
making them the exact focus, so where we can get some more interactive pointers.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, yes. We exceeded 20 minutes as usual. Our trend.
And should not.
Okay. Yes. Thanks everyone. Thanks Shreya. Thanks Nishant. And thanks everyone for the active participation.
Yeah, thank you everyone
Thank
for the
you, everyone.
participation. Couldn't have asked for better. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the
Nishant,
wonderful.
fix your camera, Nishant. Not all of us turning on camera. Fix.
Done.
And Nishant, you
Done.
said you will be sharing some agile games. So
I
will you
did
share
share
it
on
to
the
Satish?
chat. If you
Yes,
look
it
at
is
the
already
Zoom
shared.
chat. Yeah.
I will share with the group also.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nishant.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much, Nishant.
Thank you all.
Thank
Have a
you,
good day.
Thank you all.
Thanks, Satish.
Thanks, Nishant.
Sai, we
Thanks,
are
Thank you.
everyone.
expecting
Thanks
yours
so much.
next.
Yeah, with Satish
Yes,
approval.
let's not Sai run away. Let's not allow Sai to run away. We will get him to do the next session. Is it?
Nishant, I joined late, but yeah, I enjoyed.
Thank you, Ajay.
Thank
We're glad
you,
you did.
Satish.
Thank
you
you,
so much.
Satish. Thank you,
Thanks,
Have a
everyone.
Nishant. Thank
nice
you all.
Thank
weekend,
you.
everyone.
Thank you.